Hey, buddy, I'm looking to get some, time killed.
Go around through to the back. That's where you're gonna find the Palookas.
You ready?
So, welcome to the show. How are you feeling?
Okay, not about hijacking. Yeah, are we just gonna start it immediately?
Oh, I mean, I don't know. What do you usually do?
I usually say, welcome to Palookas, and then that is the thing.
Wow, what a name.
Yeah, thank
Where'd
you.
you come up with that?
Are you asking legitimately?
Maybe.
You're hijacking the questions all over today.
No, okay, Palookas.
Hold
what
the
does this
fucking
mean?
phone. We haven't introduced you yet. Do you want to
Do we
introduce...
need to?
What's the name you want to use to introduce yourself?
Is that part of the show?
I don't the title is...
The name's Jeff.
Toop.
T-O-O-P.
Wow. And you're from the YouTube channel Club Ignoramus, plug, yeah?
Well, that's one of them. You spell ignoramus with an O somewhere in the middle. That doesn't make sense, but we figured it was stylistic, and
Okay.
it's a joke in and of itself, you know? Club Ignoramus. Spelt wrong.
What are the other Yeah, that's good. What are the other YouTube channels you do?
Oh, another one is, I guess when my buddies and I got serious into film stuff, we wanted to start one separate for, you know, away from all the yucks. So we called it Fine Point Cinema.
Is that away from the yucks?
Yeah, that's the one away from the yucks, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then, I don't know, maybe I'll be starting a gay man channel, so...
Damn! That's
Yeah.
a nice Speedo sausage. Was it Speedo Sausage or Gonstone M who made that animation?
What are you talking about?
The Gay Man channel? Yeah.
Who the hell are you? Oh, wait, no, actually, I think that was Yo Tom Peril.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's like, welcome to Yo Tom's Gay Men Show.
Oh, okay. I always thought it was, there was this animation by Speedo Sausage that was making fun of PewDiePie, going
Oh,
like,
that's good.
better start a gaming channel, and it just said Gay Men channel.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. It's an easy joke to make.
That's fair, that's fair. Well, welcome, Jeff, to Palookas. Okay, so Palookas was...
Glad to be here.
Thank you. So Palookas was started by Keber and I. We wanted to just create a podcast, and I just wanted to like have a chat that was mostly shooting the shit, but also talking about the ongoing adventure of trying to create content.
Okay.
Which is why I always have content creators on this, because you're a filmmaker.
I mean, if that's what you want to call it.
An amateur filmmaker? What do you want to call it?
No, it's just a little self-deprecation. Yes, I don't think anyone should aspire to be a filmmaker. You either do it or you don't.
I didn't say aspiring, I said amateur.
Well,
Yeah, we just, I personally wanted just to be able to talk to content creators in an open space where it didn't necessarily feel like the emphasis was always on that, but I also knew that I couldn't just do a podcast by myself.
open I appreciate, but is it a safe space?
Thank you, Jeff. Probably not. One of the episodes we titled was Wiener Alert, and we talked about Republicans hiding child pornography at one point.
Ooh,
Yeah.
scandalous.
Yep, it sure was. So, go ahead and say whatever the fuck you want.
Well, I have no child pornography on me right now, but I'll get back to you.
Thanks.
How am I doing so far?
No, you're doing great. You're doing great.
So, Palookas, why did you call it that? Is it short for Palooka Joe?
We went through a bunch of different names. The first one I really wanted to call it. I don't remember what it was. And then Kepper and I got on the topic of, you ever heard of Pizzagate?
Pizzagate.
Yeah.
There are a lot of gates going around, so you'll have to give me a little rundown. Quick.
Okay, so Pizzagate was this thing. I'm not sure if Alex Jones coined it, but he participated in it. Yeah, you can already see where this is going. Where there were a bunch of Democrats that went to this one pizza place in Washington or something like that.
Okay.
And there was also this one convicted pedophile that went there. So the story went that all of these Democrats, including Hillary Clinton, were all like meeting at this pizza place
To endorse in pedophilia.
Yeah, basically.
Of course,
yeah.
No, I see where he's going with that.
So yeah, we were talking about Pizzagate, and we just decided to start calling it like Pizza Time and Pizza Place and stuff like that. All equally like shitty. We would never talk about pizzas. That was the agreement if we
Yeah.
went with Pizza Time or Pizza Place. And then eventually, because like both of us like, hey, you making fun of me? You know, we default to mafia humor. We just sort of settled on Palookas.
Palookas, not Goombas or anything. You don't want to be associated with video games.
No, God no. Isn't Goomba like a
No, yes, it's a
Italian American slur or
Yes,
something like that.
Yes, but that's not what people associate it with it now.
Which is good. Yeah, Nintendo reclaimed it. Safe space.
Yeah, this is a safe space, guys.
Cut to January of, I believe, this year, and fucking, what's his name? Psychic Pebbles released,
I love him.
released a podcast called, it was something really similar.
Schmucks.
Schmucks, thank you. Yeah, Schmucks, which is like the same sort of brand as Palookas, and it's,
we beat you.
and it's a podcast about content creation.
He also had an audience.
Yeah, point made. I don't necessarily.
joke.
No, you're absolutely right. Mine has. I'm fully cool with the idea that it has no audience. It's about small time content
This
creation.
is for you more than anything.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like Palooka's like its intent, raison d'etre, will kind of be ruined the moment it actually. Probably will never actually have an audience, but if it ever has an audience, it'll kind of be ruined because it's all about small-time content creation.
Oh,
and if it actually has like a considerable, sizable audience, it'll have to like shift radically from what it was.
What a self-destructive, like, niche audience you've picked.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't do this to like gain followers. We did this for the followers that like he's already accrued.
Oh, to look back on once you become big and famous.
Once, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't necessarily for in the future. It was just for the journey itself. Part of it kept us sane with doing content in the first place.
Okay. I can dig it.
Yeah, like I said, it was a huge blow to me when Psychic Pebbles released Schmucks. Because, like, everything is fucking too similar. Even the fucking video. The background for Palookas, I'm not sure if you know, is just like a little cigar in an ashtray and a little drink on a table. And, like, there's bar music in the background. We're in a bar right now.
Oh.
I've done it in post, but we're in a bar right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
It sure is comfy in this bar. Hey, do you think she's single? It's funny, we're not actually in a bar. We're in your bedroom.
I can do whatever I want. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, you pointed to my wall and said, "Do you think she's single?" And for a second there, I kind of zoned out and just was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
It's role playing. We're doing a JRPG, dude.
At any rate, he even has the same fucking cigar and smoke in the
wow.
background. Yeah. And, like, I already made this, but didn't publish the first episode.
Do you think he stole it from you?
No! What the fuck? No!
Second Pebbles is stealing your shit.
I mean, like, if I wanted to be one of those fucking dumbass YouTube drama starters that get their fame from that, I could try that. I never got that. Like, you are getting famous off of just, like, leeching off of someone else, and no one's actually coming for your personality.
Well,
Does that not bother you?
I would think that the leech part of it is their personality.
How do you mean?
Well, without naming names such as Keemstar, it seems like the whole personality of getting in your face and, you know, ripping you out for the drama, that's like his shtick.
Whose shtick? You didn't name any names, Jeff.
Well, gender neutral stick. I don't know.
Palookas is a safe space. Nailed
Palookas
it.
is a safe space. Yeah, exactly.
You seem really down tonight. Are you okay?
No, it just made me really sad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Anyway, ask your questions. I want to hear what you had written down for this. Because this
Oh,
is
I
just
had-
backup stuff, I know, but
I had topics more than questions, if that's okay.
I don't know what that means.
All right, let's begin with fucking high school. What were you like in high school? One word.
Same.
That's a shitty word. Pick a new one.
But it's relative to what I am now, though. I
Oh,
I
the
wouldn't-
same?
Yeah, I wouldn't say
Okay.
I've changed too much. I mean, maybe I was quiet, but
Did Club Ignoramus start in high school or did it start in grade school?
it started in high school. Like, it really picked up in high school anyway. My friend Alec and I, we've been doing, like, videos like that since we were, like, little tykes and just playing around with the Wii, and we were like, whoa, you can actually, like, put the video in like, fast motion? And that was, like, big news for us. we were, like, what, 6 or 7 at the time, and that was intense. And then we played stuff in reverse to make ourselves look really cool.
Was this Windows Movie Maker?
No, it was like a thing you could record yourself and put it through the Nintendo Wii, and then do something like that.
Is this the same shit you pulled with, like, the photo section of the Wii?
Maybe. I don't know.
No, like that like photo app where you opened up pictures of my dad, drew. What did you draw on him? Like
Oh, I
Tweed?
didn't. No, I didn't. It was a Mario Kart thing I did.
Right, okay, go. Yeah, what did you do again? You drew fucking Tweed's guide into the Mario Kart picture,
Please subscribe to Tweed's Guide.
and you. Thanks. And then you set it to hard boil maximum, where like most of it was white, and then you set a 48-piece puzzle and took fucking 30 minutes to solve it.
I don't know what the rules are for. Like,
No, I'm sorry. You fucking made me solve it.
well, I mean, you did. You solved it.
It was painful. Somehow you managed to make fucking the U look like the D in one of the pieces. So like you swapped it back, you didn't notice a fucking difference.
I mean, that's part of the magic, I think, of the Nintendo Wii. We would like to play, Paul.
So after you moved on from the days of you editing your videos on your Wii, what did you use after?
Well, actually, before that, there was a YouTube channel that we had that was like, we were just kind of playing around with it, seeing what kind of content we would want to make. It was mostly my buddy Alec and I. I had the creative fire, and he actually knew how to edit, so it was a good team up, I think. And
Do you know how to edit now?
Oh yeah. I've since then he's taught me some tricks, and a friend named Creed, he taught me some tricks. God rest his soul. But Happy Go Go Cheese was the name of that channel. Now, there's an interesting story to the name of that. It's actually derived from the three people who were going to be on the channel: myself, Alec, and our buddy Liam, who was good at improv.
Okay, let me guess. Liam was happy.
No, I was happy.
Damn it, you're not supposed to say it. I was gonna guess you were cheese.
No, he was cheese.
Oh.
And then Alec was Go-Go, and it's because those were each taken from our usernames on Roblox.
Is this why you keep trying to get me to play Roblox on stream?
No, I just think it's a fun game that your streamers would enjoy. It's educational.
Do you still play Roblox to this day?
Occasionally with the guys, yeah. I mean, since like 2008, it's gotten like much better programming in it. And, some of it's like, you're like playing with dollies and role-playing like sex games in, I don't know, it's a whole scene, the dating scene, buying GF, that kind of thing.
Oh, so like, it's kind of like RuneScape.
If you can believe, worse.
Because like you grew up on Roblox, I'm willing to assume, and I grew up on RuneScape.
God, yes, I played way too much Roblox.
I didn't peg you as the type to play Roblox.
Well, the thing is,
people with Roblox playing don't have social skills. You're able to talk to people.
Well, I didn't play Roblox to roleplay dating simulators, if that's what you mean.
Okay, did you ever do the buying GF thing? Or did you ever, like, have a GF?
I think maybe as a joke in RuneScape, but no, I never had a GF.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I played as a girl in RuneScape, and I had, like, several on and off boyfriends.
Ooh, spicy.
Like, the first day I played RuneScape...
Scandalous!
The first day I played RuneScape as a girl character, because I played as, like, a dude named Bang Posh, and... That wasn't
Beautiful
like
name.
that
Good
wasn't
name.
even
Good
like oh, this will be funny name. I was just thinking like, what are the cool words that I can think of?
Bang.
And I was thinking like bang, like a gun. It was like, oh yeah, it's
Like a
that's
gun.
got punch. And keep in mind I was fucking 8 at the time, so
Oh,
excuse
yeah,
here.
of course.
And then like I needed another 4-letter word. Posh. And that was it. Yeah. So Bang Posh, and then the good old
So
adventures
it's like
of
Bang Bros, but like for high class.
yeah, the Bang Posh. Yeah.
Yes, the Bang Posh, darling.
No, go ahead, pitch it.
Please, come in the back of my limousine. It's the Bang Limo. I don't know.
That was good.
I don't know where I was going with that.
After about a month played with Bang Posh and the very shortened episode of Q3_618, which I eventually forgot the username to.
Very nice.
It's funny. Its password was something simple like bucket. I was also trying to think of a really cool password. It was like, what's a cool item in the game?
The bucket.
The bucket.
Yeah, everyone plays RuneScape for the bucket.
After that, I realized, wait a fucking second. Like I was like on my mouse was holding over like Cutie Pie 14 or whatever. I was like, wait a minute. You can fucking play as a girl even if you aren't a girl. I want to be the fucking Cutie Pie. So I immediately log out of RuneScape and I make a new account and I call it Cutie Pie 779.
Wow. That's gross.
And for an embarrassingly long amount of time, I
were-
played as Cutie Pie
You were a-
779.
You were a guy in real life?
Yeah. Day fucking 1, I get a boyfriend. His name, Willard40. God rest his soul. I don't know.
rest his soul.
I don't know where he is to this day, but I imagine he's probably not playing RuneScape. He was the first guy. He really took care of me. He showed me the ropes. He gave me some fucking shrimp.
He was gentle.
Yeah.
He was a gentle lover.
Yeah, totally. Then cut to a day later. I used the cry emotion over and over again in RuneScape because Willard40 isn't online the same time I am, and I'm like, I lost my BF, like repeatedly in
Oh
chat.
shit, you were a baiter.
Yeah, dude, I was totally a biter.
Yeah, throwing
Well,
that hook out there, seeing what you can catch.
Well, just hanging around a Lumbridge, and there was this one dude who was like, I could be your BF. I don't fucking remember the dude's name. He was my boyfriend for 1-2 days, maybe maximum.
You slept around, dude.
Yeah. I knew I was gonna be slutty before I knew fucking sex existed.
Ooh, that's rough. I cannot say I used Roblox in the same manner.
Yeah, no. Well, I didn't do it to like go like, oh, hormonal like things. I was just like, this is how you fucking interact with people. Because like even to like the end of, I'd say, grade 9, messenger services were my primary form of communication.
Oh God rest MSN.
Yeah, no, I logged in way too many hours on MSN. So that guy came and went. Willard40 actually stuck around, and he put up with me for an embarrassingly long amount of time, because when I didn't know what something was, like an acronym, because I was new to the internet, if you will,
yeah.
I was just... did I spit in your eye?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
Thank you for checking.
I would type it out with a question mark at the end. Now, this kind of reached an end point when I discovered WDF.
WDF?
Yeah, it's what the fuck.
Oh, what duh. Okay.
Yeah. So I was just typing WDF question mark over and over and over again as Willard40. I was like following Willard40, and he was talking with some other friends that he was like chumming it up with in Alcarid, and I was just going, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Over and over and over again.
Okay, so you seemed a little bit off the deep end.
Yeah, and like eventually no one answered me, so like I painfully slowly type out, what does WDF mean? And of course, when you try to explain, the F word gets censored.
Yeah.
Why the fuck did I say the F word?
Well, you know.
Fuck gets censored.
Well, you don't want to say the F word on a stream, a podcast, a video. This is a safe space. Please continue your story.
So that word gets blotted out. So all I see is what and I was like, they're not even answering me. He just swore.
Why would he swear at me?
So I just continued saying WDF over and over and over again. Willard40, God rest his soul, was like my on and off boyfriend for like a couple of months, I think.
Wow.
It's really hard to like gauge how much
I
time
mean, he was
spent in it.
dedicated.
Yeah. And then there was a good man named John Black. We were just friends, and he was the only one I revealed to in game and said, listen, buddy, I'm a guy in real life. And he was like, what? He was like mind blown and
Wow.
shit like that.
Those were the days.
Do you get this thing where like you assume everyone else is older / cooler than you when you were a kid and playing online games?
Oh, yeah. No, I think
Yeah.
that's just a feeling people get in general
Yeah,
all the time.
totally. I totally do that. And so John Black to me was like this 18-year-old guy. I was 13 going like, I'm actually a dude. And he was like, what? No! I was doing that thing with when like dudes in porn get blown by girls, and
Yeah.
they're like, it's in the script that you let her continue, but you have to show some sort of resistance, but you don't want to push her head off because that's uncool. So you're like, what? No! Oh my god! What are you doing? No!
I don't know about that, actually, because I would think that if she already managed to get her lips around your cock, the last thing you would want to do is, like, forcibly rip her off.
Because then teeth would get involved?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
No,
that's
teeth
fair.
get involved.
Okay, like gently pushing on the head is like an indicator. Like if someone like tapped your forehead twice, you're like, oh, better stop sucking dick now.
No. If anything, that would just tell him to go faster.
Is like 2 taps on the forehead go faster, and then you gotta tap the cheeks once for.
Well,
like,
I mean, like
is it like tubing?
you take both of your hands and you put them on each side of the person's head, and what's that communicate to them? You know, you're pulling out.
Oh
like,
yeah.
she
But then
wants to go back in.
you're going back in.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the blowjob with handlebars sort of thing.
Skull fudging. We don't want to say the F word.
Do you ever go tubing? Did you ever like memorize the hand signals for tubing?
Tubing?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what is this? Maybe I'm new to the internet.
No, tubing, like being on an inflatable tube that's being dragged by a rope by the end of a boat.
Did I miss a part of the conversation? What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I mentioned tubing in passing.
Okay.
Yeah, tubing. Like you get to go in this little inflatable raft tube, and you hang on to like little hooks on the edge. Well, not hooks, but like little grabby things. And then like there's a motorboat that's pulling you along. It's tubing.
Wow. I'll have to YouTube it. No, I've never heard of that.
Oh, you never heard? Whoa, that's part of my childhood.
Well, I imagine you could hook anything up to a hook and just drag yourself along in it.
Yeah, but it's not called nouning, replacing the noun with anything that gets hooked up to a boat. Tubing is very specific.
Can I tell you, have I told you about my extreme sport?
Go ahead. Wow me.
The one I made up. It's called snarfboarding. So the first thing you do is you take a regular skateboard, you rip the wheels off so that it's like a surfboard, but it's the dimensions of a skateboard.
Okay.
You take that down a hill, but not one with snow, one that's just like dirt or grass or mud, and that's snarfboarding.
So it's like sledding.
Yeah, but like dangerous and retarded.
Okay. Did you ever get injured?
No, I haven't tried it yet, actually.
You want to hear about my extreme sport? Never fucking done it.
I mean, it's still in concept, but yeah.
All right. That's fair. That's fair.
Oh, man.
Are you the conceptual artist of Club Ignoramus? Are you like the brains of the operation? Like, here's what our next video is going to be, and then other people get the stuff done for you?
Not entirely. I would say a lot of the planning happens to fall on me, but it's just because I guess I don't know, it is a hard dynamic to explain. Everyone kind of pitches in with a video, but you could point to almost any video on the channel and like I could describe it as my own brainchild. It's hard for me because it's always been a team effort to say, you know, like, I'm the brains of the operation. Yeah. Maybe I'm more the heart of the operation. I guess. I don't know. Even that, it sounds pretentious.
But do you bring the passion to the project? Like, you motivate other people?
Yeah, but, you know,
well,
some
then
days...
you're the fucking heart of the project, yeah.
But sometimes, you know, I'll be down in the dumps and someone will say, hey, you know what? Get up off of that thing. It'll make you feel better. And then I do. And then they're like, let's make a video.
Piece of shit, Jeff.
And sometimes, you know, from there, I'll be like, okay, all right. Once people get the ball rolling, I'm like, okay, I have 100 ideas, and then we put it into play.
That's fair.
So,
do you see things and get inspired by ideas? Like, you're like driving across the countryside, you see a fucking farm, and you're like, oh, I want to make a video about this.
Not in the same way that an artist does, but I definitely look at places in a city or...
What does that mean,
You're
like an
giving me
artist?
A look. Yeah. So, like, I don't know, you look at a waterfall and you say to yourself, wow, it's such beauty, such natural art. And you pull out your canvas and you start whipping away with the oil.
Yeah.
But I think, wow, that'd be kind of a cool place for this filming, but, you know, I also have to think of practicality. So, like, in my mind, I kind of have a running wild imagination. Where
I feel like that's the same as an artist, but just with a touch of realism.
Perhaps, but, you know, things are running 100 miles a second in my head as far as, like, imagining a scene or a scenario playing out. Actually, I've found that comedy is a different beast altogether, because you could easily, you know, make drama or, you know, action happen in a scene that you're looking at, like your location you're at. And that's all well and good, but how do you make that funny from there? Because you can't just have, you know, drama or action.
Yeah, that's why I love Edgar Wright so much. At least all this stuff...
Because everything he does visually is part of the joke.
Exactly, yeah. All of his like cinematography and camera shots. I think Edgar Wright is brilliant myself. I think I've said this to you before, but get ready for the cheese factory. Baby Driver, in my opinion, is his worst movie, but that's not because Baby Driver's bad. It's just a testament to how good he is at visual comedy. That, like, the one comedy movie he didn't make. The one movie that he made that isn't a comedy.
Okay.
Falls short. Compared to his other stuff, it's still an above average movie.
Yeah, no, I loved Baby Driver. It's probably one of my favorites right now. but that does sound like it's out of some, stuffy Huffington Post kind of thing. Like you're saying, it's a testament to his ability.
Why'd you go to Huffington Post?
I don't know. Is that pretentious website?
I mean, they're really liberal, so I guess, yeah.
Oh, those gosh dang libs.
Too far in any direction, and you just sort of start sounding pretentious,
Oh, okay, I respect that. I mean, even just talking about myself for too long, I'm starting to feel like, God, am I just boring Paul?
No, you're not fucking boring. That's the premise of this. I mean,
To
don't
be
get
boring?
All right.
Is that what
No,
people
no.
come
I
here
want to
for?
know. I want to know more about the thought process. That's why I'm asking the fucking questions.
All right, well, do you mind if I go back to Roblox for a second?
Yeah, go ahead. You
Kinda-
don't need to ask. You can introduce topics.
Well, no, it was one that we were on, but then we started talking about how you were gay in RuneScape or something. And that's what we moved on to there.
Yeah, fair.
I mean, that's fine. That's a natural progression in a conversation, I think. Just sitting down with the parents. So my RuneScape girlfriend and I have been going pretty steady lately. Anyway, enough of that bit. Roblox.
Like you're at dinner with the parents and they're like, pass the potatoes and like, I'm gay in RuneScape.
Yeah, it's just like, I'm coming out in RuneScape.
So Roblox.
Yeah, something about Roblox. What was I saying?
You wanted to go back to Roblox.
No, I'm joshing you.
Okay.
Just dicking around. I guess it's hard to explain what's going on up here in the mind, in the membrane and everything. But Roblox, I think is like, I played it for years as a kid, but I would always just be creating places and creating scenarios that I thought, wow, this would be really cool for someone else to experience. And that's kind of always been my mentality whenever I make anything. And I guess that's the reason I played that game for so long. And I played, stuff like The Sims 1 or, other sort of video games where you can sort
Make your own adventure.
Yeah. Oh my God. I couldn't even... Make your own adventure was actually something I used to do with my friends at recess.
Oh, dude, I did the same thing.
I would narrate, and I would just make up the choices in my head, and it would just go along like that. And like sometimes I'd give them the option, do you want to just like a ridiculous off-the-wall story? And they almost always said yes.
Yeah, and it was kind of like DMing like some sort of weird D&D Pathfinder thing without the dice.
I've always been interested in D&D from just like the imagination aspect, taking yourself too seriously and being like, dude, you suck at this game. Like, fuck off. It's but I've always thought it was cool. You know what? I think I was just, ever since I was little, I've always liked entertaining, making people laugh, but I like storytelling.
That makes sense. It's the same. For God's sakes, behind us on this fucking corkboard is some sort of red yarn conspiracy theory board of every single story I want to create, have created, etc., etc.
Yeah, to put in, like, the one universe, though.
Yeah,
right?
no, that's true. Yeah, everything that I created ever since after high school, as long as it doesn't like have me as an actual character in it. So like that stupid fucking stop motion video where I set the table, that doesn't count.
That's not part of the universe?
No, because like
That's not going to be in the lore?
no, but like Adrian, the that stupid movie that I made that one time, that's in the lore.
Yeah, what a dumb name.
Yeah. Love you, Adrian.
No, but I think anybody watching this video should look up Always Sunny in Philadelphia corkboard or conspiracy or something. You'll get like a visual aid to tell you what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, it looks pretty damn bad. You kind of triggered a memory in me when you were talking about that D&D stuff, just making an adventure. There was some sort of thing that my friend showed me before I even knew what D&D was. I thought it was a video game at first.
I thought it was a breast cup size.
Nice. Did you actually?
No.
Okay, just making sure. Oh shit. Oh shit.
And
I don't remember.
I'm also the man who made you lose the memory.
Yeah. There was this weird video, it was in French, of these guys playing D&D, and like these two guys, oh this is what it was, taking it too seriously and going like, I'm a paladin level 31, I'm a warrior level 32. and stuff like that.
yeah.
Or sorry, I'm a mage level 32. And this one guy was just like, I'm gonna be here to have some fun. I brought brewskis. And the DM is explaining things to the two really serious dudes and the one really goofy dude. And the one really goofy dude keeps like skating by in battles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And keeps rolling natural 20s for like everything awesome. So he has like a pair of boots that let him walk silently up to anything. And at one point the mage is really pissing him off, so he rolls for sneak or whatever the fuck, and like goes over to him and starts like fucking him, and rolls for consent, gets a natural 20, and like starts just fucking him up his ass. And like the mage is like, that's not fair. He can't do that. And the DM is like, it's the world of D&D. Anything's possible. So he rolls to wake up and like slash something into sleep or something like that. But he gets a natural. He gets a 1 and misses and like kills the warrior dude by accident. And then the warrior dude's like, you kill my character, and starts strangling him. And the guy who's there to have fun just goes like, brewski, and that's it.
How about a brewski, broski? Yeah, if I were to DM, that'd probably be the kind of game I would set up, you know.
Or just people fucking each other up the ass.
Well, like, you know, if someone says, I want this ridiculous thing to happen, and then, you know, they go for the roll of the dice, you have to be able to go with that. And I think in that term, I could be a great DM. You know,
Yeah.
I could be like, just imagining like the scenarios when they roll a 1, you're like, oh, dude, you fucked up so bad. I have this scenario in my head where it's like, I'd like to swoon the maiden. I'd like to seduce her, and then then he rolls a 1, and then like everyone's just like waiting for it, you know. And I just go up, and you're like, you approach the lady.
Yeah.
You look into her eyes softly. You gaze. She gazes back. You open your mouth. You say, "My lady, I'd like to say what a beautiful." And you vomit all over.
Oh, that's great. I was half expecting to just like walk up to her and like hit her in the face or something like that.
Yeah, that nervous twitch.
Yeah. I DM'd once. It was the worst thing ever.
Oh yeah.
Because this was at the point where we were really off the deep end, the Pathfinder group that I had. We were stopping using dice. We were just having fun with the role-play and improvisation of it all. And,
well, isn't that just like, you just get, what is that called? LARPing.
LARPing is live-action roleplay, so you have to dress up as the character and, like, say things in real time. There's no real, like, DM or anything like that.
Isn't that what you're into?
No, I'm not into LARPing.
Sorry.
I have nothing but respect for people who do. I don't care, but it's not for me.
Nothing but respect, really, Paul?
I haven't seen the cringy side of the internet, so I have nothing but respect, and I'm gonna keep it that way so that I...
You know, if you haven't seen it, that means you're on it.
What?
I'm just saying your shit's cringy. It was a joke.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that that you were saying, like, if you haven't seen it, like... For some reason, a dick came to mind, and... Never mind.
Of course,
Like
yeah.
the invisible dick, and you're just sort of riding it if you're not looking at it, but the second you look at it, like, your ass just, like, closes shut, and you're like, oh...
What the fuck?
What?
Oh, wow,
That can
okay.
exist. It's a D&D. Anything's possible.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
The invisible dick of righteousness.
No, I respect that.
Okay. So I DM'd once. It wasn't like the traditional, like, fantasy, orcs and goblins and swords and shit.
Yeah.
Like that sort of thing. But instead, like, these guys were at a jazz bar. They were a jazz group. And suddenly a sinkhole opened up and they instantly died and they went to heaven. And they met up with God. But God prefers to call himself Pincus.
Of course.
And Pincus had a special case for them where he was like, you guys are the best fucking jazz group I know. And I'm a little bit jealous of you guys because I wanted to start my own bluegrass band. But to do that, I need these key people in time and space out of the way. So I'm going to send you back in time and you need to find and kill these specific people. So it was like an assassination mission. Pincus also went on to explain some other lore about humans, like how they originally had dicks on the bottom of their left foot, and sorry. Women had vaginas on the bottom of their left foot, and dudes had dicks on their forehead. So sex was just repeatedly kicking someone in the face.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And then they all went back to some sort of like probably offensive cultural African tribe where they had to find some sort of like high up member and like kill them, and this one dude, Carter, just ran around seducing everybody left and right, just figuring that would help him, and he died of, I think, toxic shock syndrome or something like that.
Okay. So you're the one controlling the flow of this story.
Yeah, no, it was bad, dude. It was terrible.
Sounds like pretty good fan fiction, actually.
Yeah, move over, Dante's Inferno. You
Yeah.
ever read Inferno?
I have not.
It's hard to read.
Okay.
It doesn't really hold up well. Old literature is just sort of like, why would you write like this? Like the translated versions, it's like, this is really contrived and poorly written.
My friend Graham, good guy. He is not a fan of the book Brave New World, and I like to poke fun at him a lot. And
Is that George Orwell?
George Orwell
Or H.G. Wells?
Come on, H.G. Wells.
It's one of those two. Don't fucking patronize me about this. It's one of those fucking two dudes.
H.G. Wells made The Time Machine.
I know.
Well, no, he wasn't really out to make stories that were like politically, driven, so much as Orwell and the other guy who wrote Brave New World, Huxley. Aldous
Really?
Huxley, yeah.
Orwell didn't write Brave New World?
No.
Okay,
No,
my bad.
He wrote Animal Farm in 1984.
And, like, other things, right? War of the Worlds?
No.
Was that H.G. Wells?
That was H.G. Wells.
Fuck me! Go on with your fucking...
Those are basically just adventure stories. But anyway, yeah. I'm not too well versed in literature either, but I mean, come on. Anyway, I don't even remember. Right. I like to poke fun at my friend Graham because he likes, I don't know, better written novels, I guess.
Yeah, what a faggot.
the actual like story of it, like isn't written very well. And I do respect that, his criticisms for that. But theming, as far as I'm concerned, was genius in it. Like, he was afraid that our culture would get invested in stuff that we love so much that we would, like, destroy ourselves and implode.
Okay.
Like, sex is taught at, the age of 4 or something. And really ridiculous shit that you're like, how did he get away with this back then?
Oh, hold on, don't they do that in Finland? No, do they? Don't they? Don't they, like, teach sex to, like, minors and stuff like that? And it's like, this is how a man and a woman do shit. Don't do it until you're 18, though. And the children apparently, like, don't do it until they're 18.
I mean, sexual education at a younger age, I don't have a problem with. But in the book, maybe I didn't explain well enough.
They're having sex in front of the...
They're actually having sex as 4-year-olds.
Oh! Oh, that's like child pornography.
Well...
Do you think anyone's, like, masturbated to it? Like, to fucking War of the... No, shit, what's it called?
H.G. Wells, yeah.
No,
The Time Machine?
Brave New World. Shut up. Brave New World. Do you think anyone's ever masturbated to Brave...
Animal 84?
It's a pretty good joke. Do you think anyone's ever masturbated to Brave New World because of that?
Probably not. I mean, it's not erotic.
Yeah.
It's just there, It's just something he's explaining is happening because we're so desensitized as a culture and, like...
All right. Am I going to derail you if I ask another question that's completely irrelevant to your story? Like, are you done basically?
Well, I am now. Yeah.
No, you can continue if you want.
Basically, I was gonna actually like go into something here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Theming sometimes being a little bit more genius than actual storytelling, like
Creating a good atmosphere. Is that what you're saying?
I guess. Yeah. Have you played Life is Strange?
No, but I've heard good things about it.
Good things and certainly bad things. Every single bit of criticism that you hear about the game is absolutely true.
Okay.
However, I will say that
I've seen a bit of it. Like, it seems all right, and
Yeah,
like
like-
Ashley Birch does a fucking great job.
like it's I guess to use a Reddit tier word here, it's cringe. It really is. But in the same,
We've used that like 3 times this podcast.
I don't think I have. Maybe you have.
Yeah, I probably
Maybe
did.
you're just bad at this. Anyway, but no, like thematically speaking, it gets you invested in a story about it's a coming of age story, really.
All right.
And it's I guess some of the dialogue will make you think what human being would say this, but then the characters and stuff.
See also all fucking anime ever. Go on.
Yeah, exactly. It plays out like an anime. Like
don't make me not want to play Life is Strange, dude.
I will say it plays out like an anime in the way that you're listening to the dialogue and you're thinking like, okay, these aren't really normal human beings, but they're cartoonish to a point where, you know, you can still be invested in their character. And
it's a caricature, yeah?
caricature, that's the word I was looking for. Yes. Yeah. So they're archetypes of like Veronica Mars, that kind of shtick, but it plays out, and you know, as a whole, the anime is like, wow, that was really cool. But then, obviously, if you look fine point at stuff, fine point cinema, if you look really close at stuff, it's like, Canada, Tatsuo, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Like Akira, fantastic film.
Was that the white line?
What?
Never mind, go on.
What are you talking about?
I was thinking Kimba, the white line.
No, the Lion King original kind of thing.
Was that the thing that preceded the Lion King?
I think that's what you mean. Yeah, I think I just read that somewhere though. I don't know.
It was like an anime type thing that was like a white line and it was done by Pioneer Records. I only know that, or not Pioneer Records, just Pioneer. I know that because they also did Pokemon.
Yeah,
Like there was a trailer for it at the back of Pokemon. It's like, I don't care about this.
Listen, I'm no weeaboo, but I don't know what I was even on about. Basically, I'm saying like, do you think it's possible? You mind if I ask you this as a question, maybe just to
Go ahead,
get
ask
some
me
of
as
this-
many questions as you
get
want.
some of this heat off of me?
All right, you got 10 questions to ask, and I want you to ask them all before
at
I
once?
ask the next question.
Let me ask you 5 questions all at once.
All right.
No, I'm not going to do that. So let me just ask you: do you think it's possible that a story can be told poorly but have such a rich atmosphere that it carries itself?
Oh, dude, yes.
Because
yes.
that's how I feel about Life is Strange. I agree with every criticism that's given to it. It really is just a weird game, but it's like something. It's a teenage romance. It draws you in, and it's like a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, teenage romance is the best place to caricaturize people, if you ask me, because then you get like the raw emotion and like. I'm counting down the questions that you asked me. You get the raw emotion that people are asking, and it kind of makes it, by caricaturizing it and making it less believable, it becomes more believable because you're not hiding it behind flowery language. Because so many romance novels and themes and stuff like that, they hide it behind flowery language and stuff like that. But if a writer goes like, she was looking great, I wanted to fuck her, it's like, I have no like misconceptions about the author's.
That's straightforward.
Yeah, no.
Life is
And it's raw and it's emotional. Like I know what the author is feeling.
Life is Strange, I'm sure this has been said before, has one really genius line in it. So they're like teenagers, and, you know, the main character's getting bullied, and they're photography students. So, like, you get an answer right in class using your time power ability to steal an answer from the popular girl or whatever, and you see this girl later, and she's like, oh, you were so clever when you answered that question, and you're thinking, okay, you're thinking you're pretty smug, and then she totally shuts you down, and she's like, why don't you go fuck your selfie? And I'm like, that's a retarded line, but like, if it were anywhere else it wouldn't work, but it worked there.
Yeah.
And it was great. like they even you can even tell, like, even the writers were proud of that, because they reference it a few other times, like in other episodes after that they didn't.
I never know how to feel about that whole like self-referential, yeah, I did a fucking good job sort of thing. But sometimes it's fine.
Yeah, no, that line, I'll give it to them.
I like when a character is proud of what they've done, but like when a writer is proud of something they've done, like I've talked to you about fucking Thimbleweed Park before, right?
Oh, tell us again, please.
Oh! Okay, Ron Gilbert is perhaps one of the greatest storytellers of past video games.
Okay.
Because Gilbert was responsible for the Monkey Island series, for those that don't know. He was the head of the story and creative management on that, along with Tim Schafer, who later went on to make Psychonauts, and some other fucking dude. I don't remember his name, but he was good too.
I love Tim Schafer.
Do you actually?
I'm not actually a huge fan.
Yeah, I like Psychonauts, but I don't really like too much of what Double Fine has done on a whole.
Double fine means you pay twice.
Nice. I mean, that's true for Broken Age. Ron Gilbert. Ron Gilbert is a fucking piece of shit now that makes fucking Thimbleweed Park a game that is so smug and self-righteous it hurts. First of all, the way I've given a lot of thought to this. the way that Monkey Island succeeded where Thimbleweed Park didn't is like the most crucial thing, and I've like adopted it towards like everything I know towards game making. If you're going to present us with an absurdist world, never make the protagonist always rolling their eyes at how stupid their surroundings are.
Oh, yeah. Same goes for, like, improv in general. You know, like, you can't just... Obviously, it's a ridiculous situation, but the fact that you're taking it straight-faced, like, you need the straight-faced guy to be in that scenario.
Yes,
actually
exactly.
Looking at things seriously.
That's what... and they did that with Monkey Island. Guybrush Threepwood was like a straight man character, but he was also a part of the world. So he, instead of, like, going, oh my god, this again, he's like, wow, what is this? You know, like, that subtle difference really makes or breaks a game. And Thimbleweed Park had 2 protagonists that were just, like, always... they had, like, 4 protagonists that were always just going, okay, rolling their
What a
eye.
video game.
Yeah. The meta references, holy shit. There was an option in the options menu where you can turn the meta references on or off. Fun fact, if you turn them off, they still make... I made a tally somewhere, like 6 meta references to the fact that it's a video game. Before the ending.
Well,
and
if it's part of the story...
yeah, so alright, spoiler warning, for Thimbleweed Park, 3, 2, 1. The game sucks, and also...
Spoiler.
and also,
Damn,
at the very...
I was gonna play it.
At the very end, there's this dude on a computer who's like, don't you get it? You're in a video game. Haven't you ever thought about why you can only say certain types of sentences all at once? And, like, already you're sitting there at your computer with, like, one hand, like, on your fucking cheek, just, like, supporting your face, just going, oh, shut up. And then they managed to take it a step farther, where they go, they already went like this is meta, I've coined this as, going Bioshock Infinite, where, like, you clearly wanted to have a twist at the end and be profound for the sake of having a twist and making it profound.
Oh, yeah.
I hate that. I hate that, I hate that, I hate that.
Especially one so poorly thought out as Bioshock Infinite, if I can take the reins for just a moment. It's... Infinite realities means that you can't stop it by killing one guy.
Yeah, absolutely true.
Anyway, sorry.
I mean, even if it is, like, the origin point, which I suppose has some sort of validity to this argument, it's just fucking stupid.
Quantum physics, dude. It's a smart game for smart people.
Okay, there's another thing about fucking quantum physics. Fixed particles. You know what the Earth does? It moves!
Are you sure?
I
don't think that can be proven.
The floating city of Columbia, first of all, it goes like all the buildings you can feel, like, ricketing around. If they were fixed points, they'd be fucking still, even if relative to the Earth. But you can't make fixed points relative to something. That defeats the whole purpose of fixed. So the city of Columbia would fly off the Earth in a microsecond.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, if you look at it like that, but... Sorry, let's finish off this terrible game of yours.
Yeah, moving from terrible game to terrible game. So back to Thimbleweed Park. So after they do the whole, like, oh, you're in a video game, don't you get it? I'm making a jack-off motion with my hand. Go ahead.
He's making a jack-off motion with his hands.
Thank you, Jeff. So after that piece of shit, then they're like, alright, you want to know how to solve the game? Go look at our Kickstarter video, fuck-ass, fuck you. No, literally, I'm not kidding. They make you look at the Kickstarter video for the hint as to how to complete the game after they're like, you need to complete the game, you need to do a certain thing with a certain thing. And then, the coup de grace.
I'm ready.
They have different endings for different people, where you have to do certain things for certain people. So, like, there's this clown, you have to go back in time and be kind instead of mean with your jokes and stuff like that. And that's like a neat little ending.
Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah.
Meet the Robinsons had a similar story.
Yeah, kind of? Kind of. What, like being nice to Goob? Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I actually really like that film.
No, I loved it too, yeah.
Time
So,
travel done well.
yeah, actually. That's actually a good point. Meet the Robinsons is basically what Thimbleweed Park wasn't in every single way.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of things are.
Also, Thimbleweed Park didn't have time travel. I'm not sure why I said everyone. Anyway, so after, like, that fucking fiasco where you have to look at a Kickstarter video, everyone has to do their own little endings. One of the endings is this one woman, you're given the Game of the Year award trophy. It's not bad enough that Ron Gilbert inserted himself into the game by having him just manage a booth at a gaming convention. I'm not kidding. It's just fucking straight up Ron Gilbert, the creator of the game, being in the game going like, hey guys, I made this game. Meta. But then, to win the fucking game, you have to give the Game of the Year award to him!
I don't understand why you're upset. That seems like a cool little meta joke.
I hate it so much.
I mean, isn't he just saying that he's proud of his work?
Enough to win the Game of the Year award? Keep fucking dreaming. Did that game come out in 2016? I hope so, because I watched the Game Awards. He didn't fucking win a nomination for Best Indie Game, and as far as I'm concerned, good. Game was shit. It was shit.
You know what else is shit?
Inside deserved to win. It was shit. What? Yeah.
You know what else is shit? The fact you watched the Game Awards. What a loser.
I'm not going to deny that. My first initial shtick was to make a review on the Game Awards each year, and frankly, don't get me wrong, I would rather fucking peel off layers of my scrotum than watch the Game Awards at my own free time, but as a thing that I know I'm going to review, it's actually kind of nice, because you get to pick something apart systematically, and B, it's a nice little challenge, because like I'm trying to stay relevant, so I have to come out in the next 3 days, and I'm still working on my fucking Tweed's Guide video on Saints Row 3 versus Saints Row 4. After like a year of it being in production.
Agents of Mayhem has already hit the scene. Like,
I'm basically really irrelevant at this point. Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't think relevancy should be a primary focus, because, you know, you should be able to do your own thing and make videos about, you know, things that you're passionate about, right?
Yeah, sorry, I was thinking about, you know the invisible dick of righteousness that I was talking about earlier?
Yeah, alright, let's just go back to that.
I was just thinking about how... it was like, it could be like the ultimate concealable dildo. Because people are like, what are you doing? And I'm like, definitely not riding a dick. And they're like, you're lying, I'm gonna look at you now. And they look in that general direction, and the dick goes away.
That's interesting. I think Burn After Reading had a similar invention in it.
Ooh, I want to watch that. Is this spoiler territory?
There's a dildo in a rocking chair. Is that spoilers?
No. Okay, I thought it was going to be something like a thing that turns invisible when you look at it. Kind of like, do you ever watch Doctor Who?
Doctor Who. Can't say I have.
Good. It goes Bioshock Infinite a lot. Like, a lot.
Is that the new comparison?
I want to make it stick, going Bioshock Infinite. When something
yeah.
goes Bioshock Infinite, it basically just tries to be profound and have a twist at the end, clearly for the sake of it. I'm sure you could, like, name, like, several things that go Bioshock Infinite.
Thimbleweed Park?
You're listening. Good.
Don't clip your own audio, Jesus.
I might clip the audio. Trust me, dude. Adrian's yelled straight up into the mic. He removed the pop filter and yelled into it once. There is nothing.
You're gonna have to edit this later.
No, that doesn't clip.
Oh, I know. I was making a jab.
Ah.
I'm not actually going to destroy your ears while you're editing this later.
Oh, no, that's fine. I've been used to it. I mean, I yell a lot during my own streams and stuff like that.
So, this guy, Robin Gilbert? Gilbert Godfrey.
Yeah.
That guy. He made this game and
I made this game! Yeah.
That wasn't bad.
Thank you.
He's a very tough voice to pull off. Everyone can do Walken. No, not everyone can.
No. They do telephone impersonations of Walken. They don't do Walken. Walken is...
you know.
Yeah. Walken, true Walken is like slight pauses in a New York, Brooklyn accent. But like everyone's impersonation of Christopher Walken was like, I was walking down the street one day and then I noticed a little caterpillar. Like
caterpillar.
That doesn't sound like fucking... I was disappointed the first time I watched Christopher Walken in anything, because I was like, that's not what Christopher Walken sounds like.
Yeah, no, I mean, here's my Kevin Spacey impression.
It's just you.
Yeah, no, but me in a serious tone. Anyway, hey, you know, like... Gilbert Godfrey or whatever, the guy who made Ron Gilbert, Ron Howard. He made Undertale, right?
No, that was Toby Fox. I do not have a problem with Undertale. Undertale was something that managed to have a profound and twisty ending.
Oh yeah.
That didn't go Bioshock Infinite.
Oh no, I'm just saying like that was kind of, was that a precedent of that?
No, I'm just tacking onto your argument and agreeing with you.
No, I mean like
that he made Undertale.
That's why I was bringing it up, actually, because it seems like a lot of people are trying for what Undertale did.
Yeah.
Trying to make lightning strike twice, you know?
I think that Bioshock Infinite tried to do what Bioshock did, because Bioshock had a brilliant ending. I'm not going to spoil it, because it's the best ending to any video game ever.
Bioshock has a good twist, not a good ending.
Fair. Okay, it has a good twist at the end.
Yeah. I mean,
Even saying it's a twist is a spoiler. to me.
if they ended it there or made it there's a point where like your a character's suicide comes into question, without spoiling, of course.
Or didn't make Bioshock 2.
So yeah, that. But I'm just saying, if they ended it there without the silly boss fight, that would have been better. It would have been a tougher pill to swallow, maybe, because everyone always wants a happy ending. But I think that's garbage.
No, yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. I'm trying to, with a few of the things that I'm trying to create in the future, I'm trying to make like a good, I'd say half of them not have a happy ending, just to. I really like to go contrarian with my writing, not for contrarian's sake, but to challenge my perspective.
Oh,
And
okay.
I really like happy endings.
I was gonna call you garbage, but that sounds cool.
I'm still garbage, dude. No need to whitewash it.
Don't do that.
Oh no! And also, I like I like writing earnestly from a political perspective that I don't have.
Oh, like Ernest Goes to the Movies.
Sure.
Remember those films, kids?
I like writing about themes
don't.
like torture and sex and stuff like that because I find myself really uncomfortable writing them. Interestingly, I don't really numb myself to them, so when I write torture, I read it later and go like, ugh.
That's interesting. I think, art reflects the artist, so, I don't know, you're F, dude.
Yeah, probably.
No,
I genuinely agree that art reflects the artist in pretty much all cases, and I think that's why I try to go contrarian, because I'd like to not self-insert by accident into everything that I do. Because if I write from a political perspective that I am not, that is at least in some aspect creating something that isn't 100% just me jacking off onto a page, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I like acting in my own stuff, but I never, try to make it a point to make myself always the center of attention. I did it maybe...
Are we talking about Mary Sue's? Mary Sue characters? Like self-inserting your some sort of caricature of yourself that's amazing and like everyone looks up to them?
Literally, I act in my own stuff.
No, yeah, I'm saying like the character that you act is clearly an extension of Jeff, and also everyone loves them.
Yeah,
That's a Mary Sue.
I think maybe the first film I did that, but ever since then I've tried to make it a point to make myself more either a background character that kind of has a different personality every time, or the one time we did go back and I kind of had to be the main character, because fun story with that, I did like a comic in media arts class, and then we made a short film the next year for media arts as an adaptation of the comic that we made.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I was the main character for that, and I had to be, but I still tried to give myself like a kind of a reduced role, so I shared screen time with another character. I actually kind of forget where I was going off with this, but basically
Self-insertion.
Self-insertion. Yeah, I think literal self-insertion. Like, I don't think what I'm doing is too bad, but I do see what you're saying. It gets a little too much when you're gratuitously just jacking yourself.
Yeah, and writing about what you already know and have done, if that makes sense. If you're like Lars von Trier and you're just constantly just like inserting your own psyche into every single protagonist.
Yeah, a complaint with a lot of our videos was that we had a lot of violence in them, and it's the thing I said, and it's honestly true. I think violence is easier to write than anything else.
I would agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like action on a whole is easier to write.
Yeah, and that's why we kind of started off with that, because it was easy to tell a story about a cowboy, because you just need guns and close-up shots, but not entirely, of course, but. One of my favorite films of all time is The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. But, if I may get pretentious for a moment.
Me, give pretentious music. No, not that music. There we go. Okay.
Wow, that's gonna sound great in post.
Pretentious music is already playing. Go ahead, do your bit.
Okay. Well, a quote from Jean-Luc Godard, a filmmaker of the new... What is it called? It's new wave of French filmmaking. Most of his stuff is pretty shit. But
is he the guy who made Le Voyage dans la Lune, or is that like the first wave of?
No, that was someone else. That was surreal filmmaking.
Okay,
I
go
think
on.
is what you're thinking of. But like Dali, you're saying it was the thing with him.
I don't know. It's just like
Chien Andalou, is that what you said?
Le Voyage dans la Lune. So
that's-
the Voyage to
okay,
the Moon. It's like one of the
Oh,
first.
Voyage to the Moon. No, that's Millier.
Okay.
No, oh god, I love that. So many people in like film discussions that I was having were like, "Oh no, it was garbage. Like I didn't understand." Like, dude, he is like one of the first people to ever tell a story about literally just going to the moon. Like, how is that not the coolest thing ever?
No, yeah.
Anyway, sorry, I
Also, like one of the first like actual filmmakers, like with D.W. Griffith and stuff like that, except not really racist.
Oh well, D.W. Griffith was just a hell of a guy. I think. I don't know. Birth of a Nation would recommend. I mean, for all its faults, it does get exciting at the end.
In my opinion, it's not so much like a story as it is like a cautionary tale of what could happen to America.
Yeah, the blacks could take over.
Woo! All right, go on with your talk about Godard.
Yes.
We've lost all of our black audience, so feel free to say whatever you want at this point.
Absolutely. Did we even have one to begin with? That's the question.
Bye, Cabber.
Godard is purposely makes his films like shit to like bug the audience and get them involved in like his blatant attempts of politicizing stuff, and I have respect for that. His films don't always come across as the best. What I think the only film I actually liked was A Woman Is a Woman, Une Femme de Femme. Yeah, but
That's French for.
A Woman Is a Woman.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he was joking. Anyway, the quote that I have been so roundabout about getting to because we keep what's the word, diverging.
Palookas, yeah.
Palookas. Yes, I like that one. That's a good name for a show, actually.
Go on with your fucking Godard quote.
I don't know if I want to now. I feel like we've built it up too much. No, he says, all you need to make a film is a girl and a gun. And
That's what I've been waiting for?
yes, I know. No, well, we kept talking about other stuff. It's a simple quote, but for his faults, I'm not the biggest fan, but I understand what he's doing. It is a good quote. It makes perfect sense because, the easiest thing to do is crappy romance with a bit of action, get some Bogart acting. Bogart's fantastic, but, like, I'm telling, you just be like, yeah, I'm in love with you, you see? And then you have some gunshots and bam, you already have a movie. And I think... a challenge to myself, anyway, has always been when I'm thinking of projects to do, I want to step outside that boundary. What I'm actually hoping to do for relative to this podcast, anyway, a more recent thing, my next project might be something that includes little to no dialogue.
Yeah. I can respect that. That's something that I did with my film Adrian, because I made a really shitty movie in 2014 called Why Terrence for my university's 24-hour film festival. And its biggest fault, or so one of the professors told me, was that it was just a dude explaining everything and also supplementary video, but the video needed to do the most talking.
Yes, absolutely. Show, don't tell.
Yeah, basically. And I probably have a problem with show, don't tell, because my style of writing is very much I'm explaining the character's inner thoughts. And for ill or for good,
that's an interesting premise.
For ill or for good, this is why I try to champion like the idea of being raw and emotional. I don't like saying like the blue vase which I caress with my fingertips. I like going like, I liked the vase. It looked good to me, because that to me has more punch.
Yeah. No. What Hemingway said, like it's not about big words. It's about big emotions.
Yeah. And so my next thing, Adrian, was one of my biggest challenges, because I took a song, didn't include any dialogue except for like the very beginning and very end for like intro and outro scenes.
Yeah, it was something like, "Oh Lord."
Yeah, that was a good impression of me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well done.
Was that you?
Yeah.
You dubbed the voice of the guy.
I dubbed the voice because I was using my shitty Canon camera, which has got good picture quality.
Oh, terrible sound probably. Then.
Terrible sound, exactly.
Oh,
so
that's
it's
why you made a silent film.
Yeah, no, that's another reason why. I couldn't secure any fucking audio equipment. And I saw other people running around with, like, boom mics and shit like that, and they were making, garbage films. And I was like, dude, fucking, it's not about the equipment. Unless, you know...
It's about having fun. Yeah, no,
you ever seen Pirates of the Caribbean 2?
Yes.
I really want to dub over that scene where William plays a game with Davy Jones, and he just wants to see the key, and like Bootstrap Bill bets his own life, and Will's like, "Fool, why'd you do that?" And he's like, "I couldn't let you serve your entire life." And Will's like, "It's not about winning or losing." And Bootstrap Bill was like, "Oh, you just need to find the key." I really want to dub him over with, "He just wanted to have fun."
F is for friends. Yeah. Oh, I lost my point. You go.
I was just talking about people using audio equipment in my camera and stuff like that, and I didn't have the best camera in the world, but I tried doing the most I could with it.
Oh, okay. All I wanted to say was like, hey, if you don't have blood effects, Hershey's chocolate sauce film in black and white, dude.
Yeah. Is that what he used, Hitchcock?
Yeah, Hitchcock used that.
Oh, that's great. What a creative dude.
What a guy. What a creep with the ladies, but everything else was cool about him.
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah.
What the fuck is with film majors? Why are they bad?
I don't understand.
Present company excluded.
Thank you. What? I don't understand your question.
Yeah, that's fair. It was a bit vague.
Good. Hey, actually, before we get into that, can I just say I'm so sorry about doing such a roundabout for that Godard quote. I just feel like a piece of shit for that.
No, dude, that's this podcast in a nutshell. I'm glad you did that.
No, because it's just like always quoting Godard. You know, like whatever.
You know what I liked about that?
Yeah.
I inserted pretentious music for you saying the quote, and you saying the quote came a good like 5 to 10 minutes later. So that pretentious music probably played for the entire time. Either that or I cut it in and out.
You can't say, what the hell meta shit is this right now? Oh, I hear the music now. You're starting it again, eh? Oh, now we got some reggae music going,
honestly,
eh?
part of it is just reminding myself of what I need to do. So
that's
I listen to it
interesting.
while I'm editing, and it's like, oh shit, right, the music.
Oh, now it's just you humming. That's cool. I like the sound of your voice here. That's good. Yeah. Oh, no, you're getting a bit loud. Paul, you're getting a bit loud. Is that good? Am I doing a good job?
Yeah, are you pimping me right now?
Yeah, I'm pimping you.
So what the fuck is wrong with film majors?
Elaborate.
Okay, that's fair. Present company excluded.
Thank
the
you.
only thing I've seen from film majors has either been like pretentious wank, a decently made horror short story. That's the one that won the film festival thing last year.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Or
That was decent.
yeah, that was decent. His friend's video I was less enthusiastic about. There's this one guy in the film program who thinks, oh man, what if I write my story about some misunderstood #quirky, and yeah, you got me saying that, dude who everyone else views as like, oh my god, you never listen to me, but he's not such a bad guy and he has good ideas and stuff like that, and it's like a textbook case of projection. In my second year, he made a film about a guy who's just like trying to present a teddy bear to his girlfriend, and then the girlfriend gets really upset at him and he like gets shot or something. And at one point he makes a Taxi Driver reference, like point blank, that really wasn't that contextual.
Is this the one example that you keep bringing up whenever you're like people are pretentious in film?
I've got more, don't worry.
Because I feel like you've brought up like the
I've got more.
no, but like
I've got more, Jeff.
oh. The Taxi Driver reference, sorry, because you're like, oh, I've seen films.
Yeah, it felt very I've seen films, and I was already rolling my eyes at that, and then the guy says, like, hang on, was that a Taxi Driver reference? And, like, in my chair, I'm like, ah!
I mean, like, at least I'm self-aware how shitty it is to just do a Godard quote in a podcast and act like you're educated.
That's fine, because, like, that's not some sort of projection, but, like, this just screamed, like, I am a film major! But yours is more like, there's something in my film major classes that I can relate to this. It wasn't just saying, look at how much I know about films!
Well, basically, I was saying, like, I'm taking that quote and I'm like, I want to prove him wrong.
Yeah, and you're applying it to the situation. That's fine. And rather than just saying it and then saying, "Did you just say this thing from this movie?"
Is that what Family Guy does? I mean, like, that kind of reminds me of the time that Tom Cruise did something.
No, it's worse than Family Guy because they don't just straight up go like, "Was that a this reference?"
Yeah.
Like, at worst, I think there was one point when Peter recited something from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and then Chris went, "Heh, movie references." I don't know how to do a Chris voice.
Yeah, no, I actually remember that. That's not a horrible...
It wasn't,
version of that
it wasn't horrible. Anyway, so there was that. He made that, and then, like, 2 years later, a year later, he made a story basically about the same type of dude, to the extent where, like, you could have the same name, and it would have been like, oh, it's the same character. Like, just initially. And he was just projecting his own personality and his own, like... This guy is quirky and, like... he is a little bit oblivious to how disrespectful he is, but he's got a solid gold heart. And, like, he's got a whirlwind of misadventures going around him, and I'm just, like, sitting in my chair going, okay, dude. Oh, I didn't mention, in the first movie, there was also a point when he was surrounded by two brown dudes, and I'm not sure how the filmmaker pitched this to the brown dudes and got away with it, but at some point the brown dudes pointed at the white protagonist and said, "Oh, I get it, this is the point where the white protagonist is better than the two brown dudes, it's like movies." Some shitty fucking line like that.
It's like movies?
Something like that.
I know, I believe you when you say that. Like, I can believe that's what they wrote.
Yeah. When I was doing the 24-hour film festival, all of the other submissions had a sort of, did you just quote this movie feel to them, and two of the other submissions directly said, hang on, are you quoting this movie? And, like, two different ones I can count as, like, a remote possibility, but three different films I've seen from film majors where it's like, did you just quote Pirates of the Caribbean? No, that's a bourgeoisie. Did you just quote fucking Her? Did you just quote... What's a really pretentious art film?
If someone were to say, like, in a movie, a written line of dialogue, why, that reminds me of the plot to Un Femme de la Femme by Jean-Luc Godard, you know, some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I would walk out of the theater, yeah. So, like, what the fuck is with them, present company excluded?
What is with them? I guess I don't interact with enough of them to know fully, but...
Maybe that's why you're good.
Well, basically, there is a difference between having the academia and having the passion, I guess, to put it in pretentious terms. Because it feels like some people are trying to make the point to... know about the things, but some people are trying to get invested in it. Yeah. I don't know, maybe I'm explaining that poorly, but I feel like...
I get you.
I feel like I'm not in the program for the same reasons that some of my cohorts might be.
So, like, some of these guys are, like, the developers of Pong, but you're Shigeru Miyamoto? And there's a delicate difference between, like, looking at things purely from a let's create this standpoint, and you're from a, like, how can I tell a fun story?
Hold on. Did you just make a Nintendo reference?
Thanks, Jeff.
I actually don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Shigeru Miyamoto was, like, a storyteller. He fancies himself a storyteller, and before he broke into the industry, every single time, games would be made, and then characters would be made to, like, be in the stories. He was the first person to approach video games with...
the other way around.
Yeah. With,
Okay.
What is the story? Who are the characters? Okay, now let's make a game based around them.
I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect the hell out of that.
Yeah. Like, Pac-Man was created after the Pac-Man, like, engine was created. Mm-hmm. Stuff like that.
I love Pac-Man.
Yeah, Pac-Man's
Are
nice.
you looking at my t-shirt?
Oh, yeah. You got a Pac-Man t-shirt. That's nice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is radio, not television, so...
Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, just passion and things like that sort of outweigh the... Yes, I know technically how to make a movie, and look, I've inserted the things that I have learned in classes, and it just feels very, like, domo arigato, Mr. Roboto about it.
Yeah, I mean...
Not to shit on other human beings, and not to interrupt you.
Sorry.
Fuck! Go ahead.
I guess the difference is that some people might put in an artistic shot because it says something, but others will put in an artistic shot because they want an artistic shot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of a joke. Like, you can make your own short film by putting it in black and white and changing perspective and making it surreal and saying, what is life? Is there death? Is there life beyond death? What is this place that we go to? Is it the void or is it Ohio?
You're like borderline fucking upsetting me right now with this. I don't like that.
I mean,
like,
it's a good bit, right?
Yeah, no, it's a great bit because
did you
it's
like
real.
The punchline? Did you catch the Ohio bit?
No, I
I stole it from Animaniacs anyway. Sorry.
Are you leaving?
Oh, I wish. Anyway.
Oh, I just hate the pretentious, like, it's up to the viewer to interpret what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I have the same sort of qualm with modern art. Like, I really like Renaissance paintings. I respect the fuck out of Picasso, because he, I didn't know this about Picasso until I, like, read up on him. He made, Renaissance-style paintings up until he was 16, and he got bored with it, and instead of, like, going, like, oh, I'm gonna do something different, because I can't do Renaissance paintings like I assumed, he was just like, I'm bored of perfectly making people's faces so they're indistinguishable from photos. What happens if I draw like a scumbag? And like he created like interesting works that like subverted our expectation of what realism is. And like his quote, here's the pretentious the portion where I quote him. Art is not a truth, it's a lie that helps us approach the truth. I totally dig that, with the idea that like you are intentionally making a caricature of life with art. And with that you're exposing its inner themes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Pretentious bit over.
Hey, that kind of goes back to like Life is Strange in a way. You know, like thematically it's a fantastic story, but you know, when it's actually what's actually being presented is kind of whatever.
The substance, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. The atmosphere sort of replaces the substance at one point.
I thought you said you didn't play it.
Huh?
What are you talking about?
No. And just as a general rule, if an atmosphere is good enough, it replaces the substance. Because, like, if you look objectively at something like Mario, it's not that technically impressive.
Yeah, but you're jumping on mushrooms. That's funny.
Yeah, but the impact and context that it had in the...
Oh my god, now there's a dragon.
I mean, yeah, there was in one game, yeah.
And now we got a princess.
That was in the first one. Well, no, it was Pauline in the first one. It was just his girlfriend. Then he upgraded to Princess Peach and kind of dumped Pauline for her.
Is Pac-Man an underrated video game character?
Given how popular it is, I'd probably say no.
Well, I mean, it's always about Mario or our boy Sonic, our boy.
Is it always about Sonic? Pac-Man has a better reputation than Sonic.
Oh yeah, no, it's amazing actually to look at Mario versus Sonic because you're just like, wow, those are two radically different approaches to having a good character design.
Yeah, no, very, very true. I like Sonic's shelf life. He was so very 90s that in like
that
90
just happened to keep going.
Yeah, in 98 it was old news. I loved it.
Oh man, I mean, genius design. Sonic Mania looks really cool. Haven't tried it yet.
Yeah, apparently it's just all retro stuff.
I mean, I respect a little bit of that, but I respect that they went a direction that introduced new mechanics and new stages. I don't like just getting the same shit over and over again.
Yeah. Right, I was going to say, with Picasso, if you don't mind me just returning to an earlier point, with Picasso, you actually had something of substance there, but I cannot put into words how much I despise the art movement where it leads to things like a single brushstroke on a page because someone found it deep, or like fucking Marcel Duchamp signs his name on a toilet and it remains a museum piece to this day. It's called Fountain. It's one of the most famous art pieces of all time. Or like a red canvas sells for $18 million. Or fucking, there's a rock that's like in between two walls in a museum somewhere. That's not art. I don't fucking care, like, oh yeah, it's up to interpretation and stuff like... No, it's fucking not art. You can deem it worthy of being art in your mind, but like, as close to objectively speaking as possible, it's not fucking art. It's just a dude dropped a boulder on a fucking stack of bricks, and people thought, shit, I'd pay money to see that because I hate myself.
I've had this conversation before, actually, where I tried to argue that there has to be at least some mechanical talent to it.
I don't even think there necessarily needs to be mechanical talent. I think there needs to be emotional intent.
Yeah, I like that better. It's kind of what I was arguing, that
Yeah.
some people will just throw shit at a wall and say, yeah, that's art.
Yeah, like Jackson Pollock is like the very like fine line gray area for me,
Oh,
because
yeah.
I think Jackson Pollock was pretty good, and like there are certain paintings that he did where it's clearly supposed to represent anger as opposed to calming nature, and he does that with the particular way that he flicks the brush or like the particular colors that he uses. That's fine, but like then you like make a single black slit on a page, and then it's like, shit, it represents my mom. Okay, sure.
My mom was black.
Was. She got better.
Honestly, that reminds me of a bit from 100 and... What is it?
101 Dalmatians?
102 Dalmatians or 101 Dalmatians, the live action one.
Okay.
Where like it's the painting and then it's got the single dot and it makes Cruella de Vil go absolutely insane. Like I feel like that's the art world.
Yeah, no, that's not inaccurate. If you like modern art, you do you, but for the life of me, I'd rather see effort and artistic intent. I don't like the emphasis on modern art being like, it's up to the viewer to decide what it means.
It's like people go to the museum and they're like, okay, so we're not sure if somebody dropped their glove or this is an art piece.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't that happen once or something?
Yeah,
like
no,
that? Yeah.
there are pictures of that.
I'd like for... I thought of a... sorry to keep shoehorning this into every fucking topic we have.
Picasso!
But I thought of a great use for the invisible dick of righteousness.
Jesus Christ.
If you stick it up the ass of every fucking ponce ass film/art student who thinks that modern shit is good, they'll never be able to get it out because they're always looking down there, just going like, "What's in there? Oh, I feel, but like that sort of thing." They forever will have the invisible dick. Well, until they have to poop. I didn't think this through.
No, you didn't think many of these through.
What's wrong with the invisible dick of righteousness?
I have no idea. Like, why did this come up?
At one point,
I
we were
haven't
just...
humored you once.
Well, it came up organically because I was talking about the Pathfinder thing, and there was like an invisible dick of righteousness,
Hey, I respect that.
and it was like a part of that.
Oh my god. Have we gotten through all of your topics yet?
I didn't look at my phone once, my friend, but
that's
I
good.
think this is we've had a good old productive day.
We're gonna end it on the dick, eh?
No. We've got something else to end it on. Don't you worry.
Oh, you got another question?
No, I usually just have a closer sort of thing.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You can leave if you want. You fuck ass. You ready to answer my fucking question?
I'm ready to answer. Pick
Okay.
me up.
What is something
7.
that you want to? Yeah. I was ready to see something like fly out of your mouth there.
No, it was fake.
Okay.
Just like your acting career.
Wow. I mean, I don't have an acting career.
Yes, that's the joke.
Good one.
So I guess if you were to make one as a joke, it'd be fake.
I've been paid for one acting gig. Does that mean I'm a professional?
Yes.
Does that mean I can put in my Twitter bio, professional actor? Fucking hate that. I fucking hate people who are like, I'm a drama major and I've been in one play in high school, so they put like in their Twitter bio, actor, writer.
Well, that's kind of what I was going back to. An aspiring actor or an aspiring writer.
Yeah.
You know, don't aspire, just... You gotta own that shit, man.
Well, even if you wrote aspiring, I'd at least respect that in your Twitter bio. It's like, oh, okay, you're trying to be a writer. But like, I wrote a poem once and showed it to my dad. I'm gonna go put writer in my fucking Twitter bio. That doesn't fucking... The one thing that I can get away with that is gamer, because I don't automatically assume you're a professional. Because
Yeah.
if I see writer in its Twitter bio, I was like, okay, you get paid to write. You are a writer. That is your title. You
I
have the
guess-
substance to back it up.
It goes back to, like, the postmodern stuff, like, the actual passion has to be there. You can't just say, yeah, no, I'm a writer.
Yeah. I think that-
Yeah, no, this is art.
Or at least the substance. I'm not necessarily sure the passion in this particular case, but it needs to have some sort of substance. Like, if you say writer in your Twitter bio and I ask you, like...
What have you written?
Yeah, what was your last paying gig as a writer? And they say, like, I've never been paid to write. I'm just like, oh.
Well, that's substance abuse. Capitalism. Alright, what's your stupid-ass question?
I was just gonna ask, like, given this is about content creation, even though we, like, went off in different topics, I think we still stayed true to content creation and just our views on it.
I tried.
I like that face you made. You know, the one that people won't get to see.
Radio, ladies and gentlemen, not television.
What is something that you want to work on for the next time we record?
For the next time you record?
We record.
What do you mean?
The next time you're on Palookas.
What do we talk about?
No. What is something creatively that you want to do by the next time that we're recording?
Oh, before I come back here.
Yeah, in terms of content creation. Like, if you want, I can go first.
Please, I have no idea what you're talking about.
That's fine. So I have I've skipped a couple of streams in recently because I'm trying to get into school and stuff like that. So one thing I want to do is I want to restabilize my streaming schedule and make sure like I can commit to more of them. Schedule. and try to commit more to my streaming timetable that I have. And another thing is I've tested an engine for a thing that I'm trying to do. You know of this. You've actually been helpful in getting me off my fucking fat ass and trying to contribute towards this.
Oh, that's your anime thing, right?
My visual novel. It has nothing to do with fucking anime. But yeah, I'm trying to. My goal for the next podcast is to have a good idea of what every character looks like in terms of concept art.
Okay, all right.
So that's something as a content creator I want to like push for.
I get you. So what's just my next course of action?
Yeah.
Is what you're asking. I guess watch anime. Gotta familiar.
Thanks for watching the podcast.
They don't watch a podcast, you dumbass.
It's on YouTube.
Let me. Yeah, you don't watch music on YouTube.
You do. You watch the video and
I
it
think
happens
it's
to play
semantics.
music. Yeah, fair. All
Anyway,
right. Yeah, you got me.
Do you
there.
want an actual answer, or are we just gonna?
Yes.
All right. What am I gonna work on? Oh damn!
Why are you looking around?
Well, because I thought.
You think the orange juice is gonna fucking help you?
Maybe.
That's a good one.
No, but oh, okay. No, I didn't bring it. I actually have a notebook filled with ideas, and I'm going back home for a little bit. Gonna see the boys and the crew. The boys are back in town. We're gonna be blasting that. The cover by Huey Lewis, not the original by Lizzie. Lizzie's good. Lizzie's really good, but Huey Lewis, he's my dude.
Yeah.
Watched him live, actually. It was really good.
You did?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's amazing how spry he is. Given
I think
his
you
age.
mentioned this, yeah.
Yeah, no, he's a really funny guy, really cool. He's like, right before they played Power of Love, he was like, when we first wrote this song, we didn't think we'd be playing it for 34 years every time.
That's great.
Anyway, no, I'm purposely just being roundabout. I think what we're going to do is try to make some comedic shorts. So, for those Club Ignoramus fans in the audience.
And for those who are not Club Ignoramus fans yet...
Oh,
hey, what's that? Your fucking link to your thing is in the description? Fuck! That's amazing! I better go subscribe right now! What?
Could you link the one that isn't shitty?
The channel?
Fine point.
Yeah, sure.
I know it's... Is it cheap to have two?
No, God,
But
no.
it's like two sides of the same coin.
No, dude, for God's sakes, it's about small-time content creation. If anything, I'm interested to see how the two contrast.
Maybe I'll look into just at least theorizing a gaming channel, because, the gears are clicking on that one, too.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear it.
I think I would just enjoy it just because it looks like a fun thing to get into.
Yeah, the nice thing about that is that it's no risk. So if you put out a video and it's like, oh no, I wasted maybe an hour making this, that's the worst case scenario for the things that you've lost. It's not like you're gonna destroy your credibility.
But I wouldn't only want to do that, just like gameplays and let's plays and stuff. I kind of have this idea where I would analyze stuff that I think is cool. Like even this Life is Strange conversation that we had. I think that's something I wouldn't mind looking at. And
Yeah,
just
alright.
that sort of analysis or something in movies, why stuff works in certain ways. Certain movies that didn't get a good critical reception, I could say, hey, I liked it, unpopular opinion threads. But I also had an idea for comfy plays, I guess, let's plays. I haven't finalized the name, but instead of, I would have edited gameplays mostly, but then every now and again, a traditional let's play.
Oh, that's like a chill stream.
Chill stream, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Comfy place.
I don't
Better
know.
name.
I guess, yeah. Maybe. I don't know how to stream.
You need to pick the games specifically for that. Like I could stomach a comfy stream of comfy play, whatever the fuck it was called.
Yeah.
of like Stardew Valley, I would not watch one of Max Payne 3. Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, they would match the tone of
Okay,
the game.
cool.
Like,
I have faith in you.
that's actually kind of an interesting thing I want to do too, is like play around with what you can do in games, because in The Sims 1 it's a comfy game to play if you're just like messing around with a lot of money and making your dream house like a little Barbie doll enthusiast or whatever. But then there's also let's play God and manipulate and torture these people.
What did we do when we played Sims 3 on stream? Did we just kill everybody in town and move into their houses?
I can't remember, but that's the kind of thing I'm talking about.
Oh, that's something else I need to do. I need to fucking get on the ball making that video so you have something to see for what you've done.
Oh yeah, not even just for me, because like other people are asking, dude.
Yeah,
Everyone wants to see the Club Penguin stream.
It was a good stream.
Do people actually want to see that?
Do people ever want to see anything I create?
What the fuck? All right. Well, anyway, I'm sorry I splooged so much there.
Dude, that's what this fucking podcast is. It's
What a
splooge. You should
gross
say
name.
fucking you're welcome. You're welcome for splooging. Say it. Say it into the microphone.
Did you like my splooge?
Thanks for fucking watching.
Thanks for splooging.